Hello everybody, so today you join us on what is going to be quite a busy day. As you can see, first job we are going to do a little bit of slurry spreading. Okay, so we're all hitched up, got hitched up, greased around, ready to go yesterday afternoon so we can make an early start. So slurry first, we just need to get a little bit gone. We're quite tight on storage now. Until we get some grass cut, so we're going to cover a little bit of the grazing ground. First job, just a little quick little pump for an hour or two, get some room back in the tower, and then we are going to go wrapping or baling and wrapping some silage for a neighbour. It is just going to be quite a short little pumping job today. 2 pipes will be enough. Ben's just itching the pump on now. So we'll roll out until we get to the far end. He will be hitched on, ready to go. Be sure to leave enough slack at the pump, but not too much. Probably be enough. Got some water left in the pipe from last time. It's not unrolling very nicely. Right, so we are getting close to the end of the second pipe. You will see, just to our left, we have a lovely electricity pole. So we're going to be spreading around that today. So we've got to kind of work out where we're laying the pipe, how we're going to work it, to make sure we don't tangle around the pole. We don't end up with the pipe on the wrong side of the pole. So it's all a bit planning ahead, but we're going to be alright. What we're doing, we're pulling straight back to start with. We're going to work that way. By the time we've got to that far corner over there, hopefully this loop of pipe will be short enough I can pull it back to be the right side of the pole. Okay, so we am a little bit away from the back hedge, so we're not quite at the back hedge, but it's just not worth putting a third pipe on for that, because then we would get in trouble. Trying to get round that pole with all this extra pipe just to get another 20 yards back towards the hedge. This is not worth it. So this is what we're spreading onto. It has already been grazed. Let's get our twist at the pipe. Okay, so this was grazed. So we can put some, we're calling it slurry, but really it's only today going to be dirty water, like parlour washings. Just to give us a bit of capacity. And then once we've got some ground cleared, we'll get the rest of it out and get the tower empty. So we are on the move now, avoiding the pole. Not sure if you can see it coming out the end of the pipes, but it is just dirty water. Okay, not a lot of slurry in that, just parlour washings. So what we'll do a straight line back towards the hedge, fill out this section, and when we've pulled the pipe, when we get into that far corner there with our spreader, hopefully you won't see behind, but there's a big loop of pipe following us. There should be enough room to then follow around that hedge and get on to the right hand side of the electric pole, and then we won't get a tangle. Okay, so we have now made it into the far corner, and here you will see the pipe wiggling away from us. So what we're going to do, get to the hedge, and we're going to turn away from the hedge, pull the pipe back straight, and you might just see in the distance there is the electricity pole. It's going to go past that, and then we won't be tangled. You might just see it's getting easier to see the lines now. The slurry or the dirty water has thickened up. We can see a little bit easier where we're going. That's the trouble with just spreading very thin, or the dirty water. It is very hard to see where you've been when you're on with the dribble bar. So I'm going to turn away from the hedge now, and then that will pull that loop of pipe up behind us. Okay, so you can see here where we started out spreading, and very hard to see the lines. Okay, so there's the pipe coming in to the field, back through the gateway. And now what we'll do, we'll turn away to the electricity pole. We've got to watch the pipeline because we don't want to be pulling the pipe around the pole. I might have to do a little shunt, turn back on myself, because I don't want to be touching the pole with the pipe, or the end of the dribble bar for that matter. So the pipe is as close to the pole as I was brave enough to go. What we're going to do now, we're going to pull back along the side of our original run, and hopefully that loop of pipe that's out in the field there will follow around and not twist and kink. But that's something else we've got to keep our eye on. Right, so we've got our pipe sorted out nice and straight away from the pole now, so we've just got some straight runs, bit easier to get to the far hedge. So we're going to do a little bit of an update on what's been happening here. We have missed several weeks of videos now, just because we've not really been doing anything worthy of making a video. So again, this year, like last, we've not put in any fodder beet. And because we didn't have fodder beet last year, we've had nothing to reseed this spring. So we've not ploughed anything. We've not got any dung spreading out. We did the slurry early on, but all the winter's dung is stacked up ready for the autumn. And I am quite glad that we've not tried to plant anything this spring, because we're pretty much in a drought situation here now. We turned the cows out, when was that? Middle of March-ish, I forget the date now, it's not really important. They've been out a long time, and we have had virtually no rain since the cows went out. Probably 6-7 weeks-ish, round about there. And things are getting quite serious now. A lot of people in England had rain over the Easter period round about there. We did get a little tiny bit, but hardly anything, not enough to do any good. Devon and Cornwall got a good soaking of rain then, and we got nothing. To the point, grass is getting tight. It's not growing like you would expect for springtime. So the silage we're going to wrap in a minute is for a neighbour, like I said earlier on. So that's some early bales he wanted to get off, and we have the contractor booked to do a chunk of our own silage end of the week on Friday. Today is, I don't know, early in the week. I don't know what day it is today, but contractor's coming Friday. I think it's Tuesday today. Yeah, so we're going to get the first chunk of our own silage done at end of the week. And what we are going to cut is mostly ryegrass that has done quite well for the spring, considering the lack of rain. And it won't be too long before that kind of grass in these conditions will go to seed, go to head, and lose its quality. So that's why we're getting it off while we got the chance, while the quality is still there. It won't be the heaviest crops ever, but it should be some reasonable stuff, as long as we can get a second cut, because it's not going to be a lot in the clump. And then once we have that, got some of that cut, we can then get some slurry on again. Like we said, that will then empty the store. And what we're doing today is just a quick bit of relieving, because we have ended up feeding some of what we were going to cut here at home. Yes, so difficult season. So let us know in the comments, where are you And you know, if you're in the UK, if you're farming, let us know. You know, how is the lack of rainfall affecting you, or are you not affected? Did you get enough a few weeks ago around Easter to keep things ticking along? Because we certainly didn't. Right, so that is Slurry all finished. Pipes are rolled up. Reeler is hitched off, or about to be. Then we can get the wrapper on. Ben has just left. It's going to take him a minute or two to get the first little field baled up. And the whoosh shouldn't take me too long to catch him up. It's not an over heavy crop in the first little bit. So right, let's drop the dribble bar off, get the wrapper and go. Wrapper is already greased up, serviced up, checked out. I've already had the box plugged in. Everything is working as it should be. So it is just a case of hook on and go. There we go, hooked on. Put our special bracket in. And then the heaviest levers ever. Right, that's it. Plug in and we're ready to go. As soon as we've let the pressure out. Right, we're working in there. Right, onwards to the field. Right, so here we go. He has got a 5 bale lead on me at the moment. It's going to take me a little minute or two to get going because I have a very small amount of wrap on the dispenser at the moment that's been on there since last year. But it's not going to do a whole bale, so what we're going to have to do is going to take off the roll that's on the bed at the minute, get it out of the way, stretch the wrap, tie it on the table, see how far we get. Well, there we go. That didn't go very far at all. So here we have nice, firm, lovely smelling bales. Nice dry grass. What has this been cut? 2 or 3 days. I raked it yesterday. It's short leafy stuff. Some really nice crunchy on top, very crispy on top where it's been in the sunshine. Yeah, some good stuff this is. It is quite early for these fields, but yeah, quality not quantity is the order of the is what's going to be in these bales. So right, he's on his second time round now in the second field. I should be able to catch him up a bit easier now. It's just a bit of a waste of time following him round every time. If I wait till he's gone the second time round, there's kind of 2 bales for every lap I do, rather than chasing around 1 bale all the time. Right, so here we go, off to pick up the final bale. Hopefully, often the last bale is not a full bale. It can be a bit squashy, but it's quite big, so it should be all right. Sometimes they can fall through the arms on the lifter if they're not full up, you know, full pressure. He's a bit soft, but he's all right. We've got him. So this will be 36 bales. First little bit of silage done of the year. There we go, it's good to get it out of the way. So next week will be our first cut, or the first part of the first cut, so hopefully a nice interesting video with lots going on. And the start of the silage season. Silage has started, so there we go. Right, I will say thank you very much for watching. And we will see you next time.